Ruby, bro? Young, yeah, only my uncle has that name and also his twin sister, my mother. Jaune simply gave a neutral look. Young, let's take this to the arena. Weiss, whatever your problems are, you can solve them by yourselves. The rest of us has unpacking to do. Young, you guys move on. This is a family problem. Jaune, indeed. Pyrrha, Jaune, are you sure? Jaune, yes, it's a private matter. Young, Ruby, go on ahead. Ruby, what? I'm a part of this too. Young, Ruby, don't. Ruby, he's my dad too. Jaune, just let her follow, she is part of the family. The three moved towards Beacon's arena. Ashbin and Glinda watches in secret. Crow, on the other hand, had different plans and went out on a mission. He has a lot of questions for his sister. Jaune, so are we gonna be adults or what? Young, that depends if you're compliant. Jaune, is that a threat? Young, if you wanted to be. If you can't answer my questions. Jaune, what if I don't want to answer? Young began cracking her knuckles. And Jaune crosses his arms. Jaune, what if I don't know all the answers? What if I don't want to answer them? I'm not obligated to tell you much, we only just met. Young just lowered her arms. Young, Alrig. Why you? Jaune, please be precise. Young, why did she take you? Can't she raise both children? Jaune, I'm sorry, but I'm not her child by blood if that's what you meant. I'm someone she met during her journey. Yang's hair suddenly blazed and went wild. Young, you're not even her child and she chose to care for you. Jaune, tisk tsk, he waves his finger at her. One of the reasons she can't deal with you, your behavior. Young, suit up. She's an awful mother leaving her real family behind. And for what you? Jaune suddenly emitted a murderous aura and glared at her. Jaune, don't speak with disrespect towards her. With venom. Young, oh, what you gonna do? Jaune, before you talk down on her, you should ask your father what is hiding. Young, what? Jaune, your father has many secrets and you are fed half-truths and lies. Young, don't talk like you know my father. Jaune, back at you. Don't make assumptions when you don't have the whole picture. Young, maybe I'll just beat the answer for you and find her myself. Jaune, you're welcome to try. Jaune, typical, lash out when you don't get what you want. Young, swoop up. Jaune went for a heavy punch to the gut which knocks the wind out of Yang as she hunches over. Jaune spins, kicks her on the head which sends her to the ground. Jaune out cold him. Ruby, get some ice, she's gonna feel that in the morning. The professors sigh and are happy it didn't escalate into destruction. Ruby came back and Jaune set Yang on her back and put the ice on her head. A few hours later, Young, what happened? Ruby, you got your ass kicked hard. Young, he was better than I thought. Jaune, a lot, you're still a noob compared to me. Young, wow, such humility. So you grew up around her, what's she like? Jaune, strong but careful, kind but strict, sad but calm. Jaune, if you want your answers, ask her yourself. She'll meet me later on. Young, well, that's all I could ask for. So we're not related by blood, huh? Jaune, no. Before you judge her, take a look into your father's past and you'll understand better. Young, well, I'm gonna try, well, he's available. Jaune, let's get back, we still have class on tomorrow. The day ended with somewhat of a mutual understanding. The next day, morning, Jaune is practicing with both Crimson and Azure in the plaza. Ashbin, greeting Mr. Branwen, or should I say Arc? Jaune pointed his sword at the headmaster. Jaune, that name has no longer any meaning for me. Ashbin, it's the name of your true self you've just merely forgotten. Jaune, no, my blood relatives made me understand that my place in this world is in the dirt. Ashbin, you still wish to be a huntsman, don't you? Jaune, not anymore. You can't help what your heart yearns for. I wish to be a hero.